I'm going to be testing out the heated seat with the factory seat on my 2023 KTM 890 Adventure. It's the base model here. I've got the seat all the way up because the stock seat, to me, it feels pretty good with it all the way up because I like the distance it gives me, and I don't have such a bend on my knee from sitting here down to the pegs. Much more comfortable. I can touch the ground, but I'm sort of not tippy-toeing, but kind of on the balls of my feet, but not, you know, it's not bad. And since this bike is so, I want to say light, but really, I guess that's a good lower center of gravity. So I'm going to get on this and show you what I'm talking about. Now, see, I'm on the balls of my feet right now, but I've got another thing. I don't know if, I didn't say anything yet, but I do have a video where I've got the tractive suspension on this front and rear, so it's 20 millimeters more. It's got 220 millimeters front, 220 millimeters in the rear travel. It's got the specs of the first generation Husqvarna Norden 901. And so as you can see, well, yeah. And then this is kind of hard to do. I could have had somebody else do this for me. Whoops. There we go. So I'm kind of about the same distance. So, you know, it's not bad. I mean, you know, I'm back on the trail. Kind of have to, yeah. Like if it's lower on one side, then that's the side I might not want to put my foot down. But it can easily shift over to one side if you have to. Like I said, it's not top heavy at all. This bike is not top heavy. It's really good. So this is the the factory seat that comes on this. And I'm gonna put my heated seat. I've got the heated rear pillion seat on it now. But, so if you can see, I've got this is in the highest position. Now it's a little softer than the heated seat. That's why I kind of like it. It feels a little softer. When I put that seat on it, yeah, that's sitting on that little Polaris, my son's. He's so much bigger now for that, but anyway. So now I'm going to, excuse the mess in here. Been working on the truck. I had to put a lift pump on it, so, and it's messy in here. So I'm gonna, as you can see, the gap there, you know. If I put it all the way down, to me, it's just too crowded. It's just way too crowded. I just don't feel good. Now this one right here, I can put it on in the lower position, and it's because it doesn't crush down as much, and it feels like this. I'll just set this dude down here, show you what I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and put the other seat on it. One moment. Oh, almost yanked it out of the socket. So, well, yeah, that's good. Easy. Oh, yeah. And I'm gonna take this seat here, and it feels a little softer here, but it just keeps, it's like memory foam. So, and the heated seat is sort of like, you might say, memory foam up to a certain point. It feels good on the sides, but then you can, because it's got the it's got the you might say the heated pad in there, so it's got a little gives it a little firmness. So I'm gonna put this back on, and then I will put this in the lowest position, and it feels like that one in the highest position. It's mainly because it doesn't compact as much, and oh, I should have just taken this thing off. There. Okay. All right. Now this goes in. I could have heated this. Hook that up. Put this up. Oh, there it is. One moment. You'll probably hear the click. I just went ahead. It's kind of cool out, so I'm going to make use of my heated seat today, of course. Now this is in the lowest position. And what I have found with this seat, for some reason or other, it's difficult to keep it up. I don't know why that one's so easy. Maybe because I had it in the upper position for so long. But the other, this seat, I want to put it up and it wants to drop down and go back. I don't understand that, but anyway. So now I'm going to put, I don't know if you can see this. Now this is about the same, and it's in the lowest position. Let me grab my camera. Of course. Now, and then, I may be, whoa. All right, now, actually, now as I ride with that seat, the more I ride with that seat, the factory seat, it tends to crush down. And then eventually feels about as firm as the electric seat. So now I'm on the lowest position, and I've got, I'm less on the balls of my feet right now. And it feels pretty good, but after a while it gets a little firm. This seat's just a little bit firm. So I can, if I extend, I can't really do that very good. Now I can flat foot it now. If I really, yeah, okay, whoops. Yeah, I can flat foot it, but not the best. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can flat foot both feet on the ground with this at the lower position, but it never seems to crush down any further than that. So, but what I've noticed, it feels about the same when I get my, the bend in the knee. And I think as time goes on, when I have that seat on, when I have that factory seat on in the highest position, when I ride on it for a while, the memory foam, I feel like I would put it on, I would say, oh, that seat's much more softer than this electric, the heated seat. But then after I ride it around town and I'm on it for an hour, couple hours, then it starts getting firm. I think because the travel of the memory foam starts compacting. And then it feels, and then my feet get like a little closer to the ground like this one at the lower position. Weird, huh? But yeah, now, you know, if I just relax my legs and don't try to stretch and make myself get flat-footed, which it really is not very comfortable on the inside of my thighs of my legs, you know, up against the seat. But that's where I'm at. Now, when I put this one on the upper position, I'm more on the ball of my feet than that one. I mean, I'm almost tippy-toeing when I put this one at the highest. So it's like an in-between, you might say, this heated seat. And see, you can tell I've got it all the way, got it all the way down. There's no big gap there on the, yeah. So I just wanted to let you know, if you do get these heated seats, that will be the only thing you run into. And when you first put it on, you automatically think, oh, this heated seat, man, I'm going back with my factory seat. It's much softer. But the memory foam, it tends to, whoops, sorry. The memory foam tends to, might lose its memory. Anyway, it crushes down. So, I mean, that's what this one's doing. I don't know, maybe they're, because they're made in a different plant. I don't know. But this is, at first, it does feel softer. And you think, wow, why did I buy that electric seat? Why did I buy that heated seat? It's too firm. And besides that, there's so much heat that comes out from underneath this, where this cat is. But it's comfortable. It's comfortable, and so is the factory non-heated seat. It's comfortable at first. And this doesn't seem to change. This feels the same. It feels just as firm as it does when you first put it on. Let me back away from here. I'm really crowding out. All right. I like those helmets. Fits my head the best. But anyway, okay, so I've got the heated seat on there. And it's in the lower position. It probably looks better. And, you know, there's not much of a bend in my knees. It's a little bit. After I'm riding with that in the upper position, I find myself getting closer to the ground and getting just as much of bend in the knee as this one in the lowest position. So that compacts, you might say. And I've noticed that I thought, oh, this is so much softer. And I rode around in a good afternoon with, let me get it over here. All right. It's really been cold, kind of really crazy weather. So I'll just sit this right here. So anyway, so the deal is this seat, you can tell it's a little, yeah, it's about the same. It's just this one compacts more. It feels so comfortable in the beginning. And then as you ride, you'll feel like I need to get off of it. Maybe because I'm used to my Honda Transalp, because that seat is great. And but yeah, so there you have it. I got this in the lowest position, and I put it on the highest position. I put it on the highest position, and it's really hard to get it to fasten right. I don't know, it looks better. I don't know, I like the seam of it. It looks really good. And I can really go back here. The way this seat is made, this heated seat, it feels like it doesn't shove me forward as much as the factory non-heated rear pillion seat. Let me see if I got it over here somewhere. All right. Oh, this one is the seat, heated seat for that one, which I love that rally seat. I wish it'd come heated, but then again, it'd be a trade-off. It'd probably be too firm. So Oh, here it is. Here it is. This right here, for some reason or another, this seems to go, let me scoot back further. This seat, let me move this out of the way. This seat, I don't know what they've done. This is a little sharper, and it seems like to me, when I put it on, I have to go up with that seat because it feels like I'm shoved this way. And I don't know what it is about this seat. This is non-heated, but this one feels like I can go back further because it's not as steep. And I don't know why that is. But I've tried it and I tested it. Maybe it's just the way it's, I don't know. But, you know, there you have it. I found this seat. Oh, I got it dirty. I found this seat good for me, better than this seat. I probably need to trade this out if I'm going to keep that heated rear seat. But this right here, it just feels like it's shoving me that way. And I think what they did, they just allowed it a little more. I don't know, when they put this heated element in there, it brought it up, which pulled this back. I can't figure it, but that's just the way it feels with me. And so there you have it. Oh, get it dirty. And sometimes I do ride it with the position all the way up. But the thing is, it doesn't collapse. That's what I might say. It always stays about the same. It always stays just as firm. It never gets softer. If anything, it gets maybe a touch firmer after the first 10 minutes or so, but it doesn't do it. Now, this one will get, this seems to me, I know it's softer at first, but that memory foam, it seems to compact and it gets just as firm, to me that is, than the heated seat when I ride it for a while. At first when I put it on, it's great. I went down the road the other day with a non-heated seat and I thought, why did I buy that firm heated seat? It just doesn't feel good but I haven't been riding in a while, as the non-heated factory seat. And so I had put it back on, rode it through town, hit the highway, come back, and I was like, this feels just like the heated seat. And I think it compacts down. And it always feels good at first, after about the first 20 minutes. Then after that, this right here, and this doesn't feel any worse than this as far as firmness. And you know, after you ride it a while. So this is like, you might say it's more consistent in its firmness feel to me, where this one at first feels good, then after a couple hours on the road, yeah, it feels, might as well keep this on with the option of heated seat, right? So there you have it. There's my comparison. And, you know, I'm just a little more on the balls of my feet, just a tiny bit more on the tippy toeing, but not much, with this one all the way up, as this one in the all the way down position. This one never seems to crush down any more than that. I've rode and rode and rode. It feels the same no matter what, all the time. So if you want consistency in your seating position, the heated seat seems to be consistent on your relationship with your foot to your peg and to the ground. You know, in my case, I'm stone on the balls of my feet with this, just on the lowest position, as this on the highest position, after I'm riding this one a while. At first, when I first put this on, I'm a little on the upper position. I'm a little more on the balls of my feet. I'm more like closer to tippy toeing than I am on this one for a while. And then this one tends to crush down a little bit and not be much of a difference. So when I put this one, I'm all the way up. When I'm riding around back here on the farm, if I'm in those little washout areas, those little areas where I have to stop for a moment, want to get out and check the cattle, you know, and I stop and I with it on the all the way up position. I do have to tend to, you know, if this is the lower end, and if I have no choice but to drop my foot down, I have to think about it a little bit, but I do have to kind of kick myself off more and then, you know, keep from losing my balance of the bike. But since this bike is so light on top and the lower center of gravity is great, this thing is crazy. You can almost go all the way down like you're falling and still catch yourself and push it back up. The balance of this 890 Adventure it's awesome. It's really good. It's really, let me get away from here. And so there you have it on the seat comparisons. Yeah, well, that'll fall off. Anyway, the KTM 890 Adventure. Comparison between the heated seat and the with it on the lowest position, as opposed to the factory non-heated seat on the highest position. So there you have it. You put this one all the way up, naturally it's firmer, so it's going to hold you up higher. If you're really long legged, if you really need the extra room, yeah, this seat's it's a shoe in. You know, it gets you the heat for when it's cold out, and also your distance of giving you more space, more room for your distance of your foot peg to your seat. You don't have that cramped feel if you got a 32 inseam like me. Okay, there you go.